Hey, what's up, guys? I'm at Dad's barn right now. Just want to do a quick update video. I'm gonna try to shoot through it really fast. So the reason I hadn't posted a video in a while is I think I said it in one of my other videos. Casey and I did move. That barn that I shot most of those, it had the LED lights in it. That barn that I shot most of those truck videos in, that's the place we sold. That was supposed to be our forever home, but we have a really close family friend of ours that has a house and barn on 120 acres. He offered to sell us the house barn in 60 acres, and he's building a new house on the other 60 acres right now as we speak. So we went from that house to a little townhome. We bought a little 3.2, 1,500 square foot, nothing super big, fancy, and that's where we're at now. One of the big questions I keep getting asked is, do I still have the Raptor? Everybody wants to see Raptor videos. I do not have the Raptor anymore. I let that truck go about 2 weeks ago. When we moved into the new house, that Raptor would not fit with her expedition in there comfortably. And when I say that, my oldest opened one of her doors one day after baseball practice and hit the Raptor. Didn't do any damage, was an accident. I didn't like that. I ended up parking the truck here for like 2 weeks, and it was just such a pain switching from the service pickup to that truck. I didn't want to leave the Raptor outside, and so I just kind of decided it's time to let it go. And so I let that truck go. I figured the 23s were going to drop since the 24s were hitting, and I thought it was a good time to let it go. I made $4,000 on the truck, but after the taxes and everything, I really only pocketed $2,100. But to be able to put 6,000 or 7,000 miles on a truck for $2,100, I think that's pretty good. So the Raptor's gone. So yeah, you guys are going to be mad. That's the reason it's gone. The reason I hadn't posted a video in a long time is because I've been moving. I'm sorry, guys. I promise I'm going to start pumping them out next week. Huge shout out to Daryl. I really appreciate those messages, everything you sent me. That was really cool, and it meant a lot to me. This morning, DeVille 51, a huge shout out to you, buddy. Hope you don't mind me throwing you out there. The only problem I've got telling people now to go with a Ford is my dad has had nothing but transmission issues with that Limited he's got. I don't know what it is exactly. I'm hoping when he comes back in the next couple weeks, you know, he lives way down south now, South Texas. He's retired. I think what it is when he goes from like reverse to drive, it like locks up on you and just like slams. I'm not 100% sure. I could probably call him here in a minute and just ask him. But yeah, so I would just tread lightly if you're going for a 23 Super Duty right now, because I think there is a very well-known transmission issue there. If I was to buy a truck today that I had to have, that I needed to work out of, and I needed it to be reliable and use it every day, I would probably opt for the Duramax just because of those transmission issues. I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, you just said go Ford in that other video. Yeah, I did, but then his truck started having all these transmission issues. So just be careful. Just be careful whatever you do. And then also, DeVille 51, you asked about Casey's Expedition. Casey's my wife. The only issue I've got with Ford and the Expedition is, number one, is the resale value. I think a GM used will outsell a Ford Expedition all day long. The Yukons, the Suburbans, the Chevys, the Denali's, everything. I just really think GM holds their value better than a Ford. So just keep that in mind if you're going to buy one. I found that our sweet spot is about 60,000, 70,000 miles to trade. If we try to trade with less miles or more miles than that, it seems like we just get ate up. And also, too, the only issue I ever had with an Expedition that she had was she did have, I think it was a 2016, it was a long black Platinum. I don't think the EcoBoost had been out very long. And the sucker would die on her just randomly going down the road. And I want to say Luke was already born, because he was born in 15. The car was a 16, and Peyton was born in 17. So I'm pretty sure she had a little guy on board, really young baby, which they were both young babies. But it died on her in Amarillo. She was on one of the busy streets like Sauncey or something. It died on her, and she had to coast it into like a CVS or something, and it scared her. And so when we went to trade that car off, it took 3 trips to the Ford dealership. They took really good care of us. They finally figured out it was a throttle body issue. I think they had to replace it like 2 or 3 times until they finally, I guess Ford found an update and got it fixed. But anyways, we did jump ship, and she went with the GMC next, but then she went right back to Ford. She just really likes Ford. If you guys want, I'll have her shoot a video, and she can go walk around to that car. I think hers is a 23. It might actually be a 22. I'm not sure. But it's a really nice car. It gets really good fuel mileage. It's done us very well. We've pulled a pontoon boat with it down to my dad's before, and we've had really good luck with those Expeditions. So they're good cars. Last thing I'm going to throw at you guys. I did get to take the 8R410 out the other day. I did 120 acres with it here in town. It was just some dry land. I pulled the blade plow across. I didn't get to do a whole lot of video footage because I had a lot of breakdowns. I threw 2 Coulter bearings and then I ended up having a flat, so I had to get a ride back out here to get the service truck to go fix it. You know, it's got all my tools in it. Swapped those bearings out. It was funny too because the 2 bearings went out in the first like 10 rounds. It was just crazy. And I greased everything before I left. And then I had a flat on it about an hour and a half in. So I had to buzz the rim and tire off, take it to town, get it fixed. But we got it all working order. But next week, starting Monday, I've got the green light to start plowing everything out at the dairy. And then also the 15th of this month, I have the green light to start planting corn. So I got some really good videos coming up. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the support, the comments, the likes, the subs. Subscribe. Later.